Dude, Brayden, what's up?
You! Yeah!
What's
You're
up,
gonna come
dude?
with me, okay? Your bros will get it unless you start writing right now.
No!
Hey, dude, sorry for shooting you. Maybe put Bill Gates in the hospital.
I could see that as a possibility.
I'm the manager of this place, and I don't recognize either of your faces. I still have to file a report with management.
This is a pretty impressive cell, but you made me write that note.
Yeah, I did. And what are you ever going to do about it, Claire? I'm going to live to make your life miserable as long as I live.
Shoot him.
No, you can't. Oh!
This is Courtney Chex reporting from a scene of a murder at a local prison. Bill Gates and the prison's warden were both found shot dead. After some police investigation, it was discovered that the murderer had deleted the security footage. The police have investigated further, but there's no record of anyone having been there. Nothing else has been found. Back to you, Timothy. Courtney Chex, private investigator. Something's fishy. Bill Gates was shot dead around at the same time as a prison warden right here. This is fishy. I'm gonna investigate further.
So, I heard you requested a meeting from me.
I did.
I know you very well, Courtney. So, what was it you wanted to ask?
Wow. Ricky Mortis, the coroner of Dion Clinic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I record this conversation?
Oh, sure.
Okay, thank you. So, I know you did an autopsy on the bodies of Bill Gates and the prison warden. What, do you know, like, what killed them?
Well, I am the only coroner in this area, and I'm also the only mortician. So, I actually had to ask for the professionalism of Dr. Will. He's pretty popular up here.
Yeah.
And
Dr. Dion, I
together,
appreciate his work.
we're close. And together, we discovered Bill Gates was shot dead by one bullet. The bullet was not found at the scene, but we could tell there was a very clear exit wound on his chest area. And the manager was actually also shot dead by one bullet. However, we managed to find this bullet. It was lodged into his upper chest. He was shot in the back, which is very suspicious. And we also noted that the cameras are off.
Whoa. At time of death. That'd be greatly
It
appreciated.
was discovered they died around the afternoon.
Like, a day?
It should have been Halloween.
Halloween, you say?
Yeah. Anywhere from 6 to 4 in the afternoon. Or, as most people say, 4 to 6, but I'm a little quirky like that. And there wasn't particularly anything special. It seems like the only one gun was used based on the entry wounds themselves, though I can't be sure if it was 2 models of the same gun. I did some investigations on my own, and I discovered that it seemed like it was the gun that most people at that prison used. So currently suspects are guards, anyone who would have access to a gun in that area.
Do you think it would have been possible for someone to sneak in and pretend to be a guard? I guess you're not the person to ask, but...
Yeah, if you want to ask more questions like that, I would recommend talking to some people I work closely with at the police department.
Like Sheriff Anita Life?
Yeah,
Maybe?
Sheriff Anita Life is pretty good.
Alright, I'll talk to her about that. Anyway, thank you for your time, Ricky Mortis.
Any more questions, you can email. I have phone. Here, I'll write you my phone number.
Alright.
Here.
Alright. Thank you so much. Good evening, Sheriff Anita Life.
Good evening, Courtney Chex. How may I help you?
I have some questions about the Bill Gates murder. So, you said that security was hacked, and so there's no security footage.
Yeah.
And all of the bullets were from the Vigilon gun, which is what the prison uses. Do you think there's any possibilities of someone sneaking in and playing guard
I mean, their convenience guards are sure smart in a way, but they are kind of dumb. Because I came there wearing a bun, and I had my uniform on, and they're like, "Who is you?" I'm like, "I'm Sheriff Need a Life."
What is a uniform that your sheriff, like that like the prison people wear, like the prison guards? Because I know the warden was wearing something different than what I believe your normal uniform is. Am I correct? Because he was wearing a hoodie and sweatpants. What is your uniform?
It's like a tan shirt with like khaki pants. Sometimes I switch it up with black pants. Make the colors look
Wear a baseball cap?
No. One of those like cowboy hats.
Because mine is the cowboy description. Cowboy hat. That sounds suspiciously like a frat boy. Aren't there 2 twin frat boys in this town?
The frat boys. I've seen them in town.
What are their names? Tell me.
One was Braden, Jaden, Hayden, and Jesus?
That's it. Jesus. Frat boy Jesus.
I write that down.
And doesn't he have a twin? Frat boy Saul. It has to be. Thank you for your time, Sheriff Anita Life.
You're welcome.
Alright. Excuse me.
Oh, yes?
I'm Courtney Chex, private investigator. May I
Hello.
interview you?
You're an investigator too. I thought you were just a news reporter.
No, I'm a news reporter, lawyer, private investigator, and
Among
there's more
other
coming.
things. Oh, okay.
Plot points.
Yeah.
What is your name?
My name is Pete Risen. Why
Okay.
do you ask?
Well, I just have a couple questions. You know, when did the uniform change to the cowboy hat?
It wasn't just the uniform that changed. And I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Bill Gates was the only thing keeping this prison alive. He was giving us donations all the time.
Oh, he was.
Why gets like I'm holding a club? We used to have guns sponsored by Vigilon, but as soon as he died, all the money just washed right up. Honestly, I don't think Sheriff Anita's doing much for us.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Well,
So, when did they change to the cowboy hat?
when they changed?
Like what day?
The day after he died, November 1st. Our money just dried right up, and apparently Anita was spending it all on overseas wine. It's gone.
Okay, that makes sense. When I was talking to her, she seemed a little...
Loopy?
Yes.
Yeah, we
A little
know.
drunk.
There's been like 4 new movements to get kicked out, and she just won't leave. Apparently she's like in business with the mayor or something.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I'm sure you have questions about Bill Gates' death, right? You seem like a pretty
I
smart
do.
person. What are they?
Well, were there any like suspicious guard members that you'd never seen before in that day?
I was not patrolling, and at the time of death, I wasn't patrolling the area, and as far as I know, the only one who should have been is the head guard, and we all know he's dead. Something to note, did they ever find his annotating bag? You know, the little one that tells us he's a guard, top member?
I don't think they did.
Really? I was wondering, I never saw anything about the reports, but I never got to investigate personally. Any more questions?
Yeah. So, do you know anyone by the name of Frat Boy Jesus?
We all know the frat boys. Jaden, Hayden, Braden, Saul, and Jesus, right?
Yeah.
The frat is so stupid. I keep getting calls with stealing candy on Halloween. Every year, it's been another call, another time.
I heard it was a stupid little frat boy who shot Coach Sullivan on the news.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
No.
I mean, you know, it's just...
It wasn't his house, but we couldn't prove anything because he didn't have a gun.
Exactly.
You know, this reminds me, I think he did buy a gun at one point, but we couldn't find it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, we looked at his records. Here, you want me to come show them to you?
Yeah.
Incoming call from Guy Sparkles.
Good afternoon, Madam Judge Mickey Sparkles. So, you know that case that you did for the Sullivans and the DaEggys versus Bill Gates a couple months ago?
Yes.
So, I have a question. Would you and I be able to reopen that case? Because there's some things that are fishy.
We could. If we have enough evidence to support everything.
I have the
Also.
evidence.
Okay.
Alright.
I will schedule a date and time.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure meeting
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Miss Chex.
What are these?
Shared documents.
About the Bill Gates case?
Mhm.
Oh. Thank you for your comment.
You're
Directly
welcome.
head of the FBI.
I am sure if you would.
Courtney Chex?
Can tell. I have some documents for Judge McGee's purpose. If you could just take
Thank
them.
you. Would you happen to know why this is ripped?
No.
Because it seems like there's something about ex-wives, footage that was deleted, but I can't figure out what was hacked.
I don't know, but we usually handwrite that stuff because our printers are broken.
See, this just says, see, this just says you can't afford it.
Yep.
Interesting. Good day. This is something. I've got it! That's it. Perfect.
Silence in my court. Today is a retrial because Courtney Chex here has found new evidence that on Bill Gates' case, and he's also dead. Rip.
So, I am certain I can prove who did this. And first, I'd like to call Pete Risen to the stand. Alright, Pete Risen. Can you give me an overview of what happened at your prison, Free Life prison complex?
Of course. It was Halloween, and I was just patrolling my cell when all of a sudden I heard a scream come from the lower level room where Bill Gates was supposed to be held. I ran down there, and the first thing I saw was the body of our older manager, annotated by his bag. Very important. And so that's what I thought was the problem, right? It was one of the younger guards. I think he was actually an intern, which sucks for him, right? I move forward, and then I see the real tragedy. Bill Gates was shot dead in his own prison cell. We've investigated a lot. All the camera footage was cut from the time, which means we have no evidence. And one of the bullets was taken from the scene, though the other one was still there. We've had a few suspects, but we've not been able to make any arrests yet.
Do you have any suspects? Like, what are those suspects?
Oh, well, we are having some heavy suspicion on the Sullivan / DaEggys family. They've had some really big motives recently. Bill Gates actually bombed their house on their daughter's plane, or the granddaughter, if you're talking about the grandpa. And Claire Sullivan had actually recently earned a quite big sum of money from him in a gambling match. So, because of those reasons, she was our first and biggest suspect.
Your Honor, I mean, you know, this family does have the biggest motive, right? You know, like Pete Risen said. So, I would like to call up Grandpa DaEggys. Grandpa DaEggys, if that was even your name.
Excuse me?
What do you know about your granddaughter?
What do I know? Well, I know she isn't the only granddaughter. My, you know her. Most people I talk to don't even seem to recognize the name.
So, do you know what your family was doing on the night of Halloween 2021?
On the night of Halloween, well, I was in this cave. It was scary, I should say the least. I was trying to chase down this girl, Helge Annie Ilchquane Gretchen.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't find her at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I don't know what anyone else was doing, but what I do know is when I got home, you know, my dearest daughter, not Mia, she's gone. She had some like candies for her book club, and she got so mad at me when I tried to have a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, because apparently I can't have a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where was Claire?
Actually, I have no idea. She left for trick-or-treating, and I think she got shot.
But after that, I didn't see her.
Did she leave the hospital?
I didn't know. I didn't go check on her.
Interesting. Thank you for your time. Your Honor, after reviewing my evidence, I think it's clear to see that we should call Claire Sullivan to the stand, for I believe it is Claire Sullivan who killed Bill Gates.
What?
Claire Sullivan, please to get your broken AirPods. So you were shot, right? Like just a couple days ago. Right?
Very tragic. Yeah.
Yeah. You were shot outside Fratboy Jesus' house, correct?
Yeah, that's true.
You wound up in the hospital, and you were shot by Dr. Will DeYoung, correct? Okay. Why haven't you pressed charges against Fratboy Jesus if it was outside of his house and it's likely he did it?
I don't waste my money.
You could win so much with this. It's so obvious you did it. You're not pressing charges. And why is that? But
Two
also,
words, frat boy.
you have a hacking background, right?
Where's the proof?
There is none because you hack.
Where's my master's degree? Where's my PhD?
You're 14 years old. You can't have a master's degree. That's how life works.
Excuse
Do you
me.
not know how life works? You little brat.
Can I speak?
No.
I am almost 15, for your information. And with money,
Almost
yes.
15 is not 15. You are still 14.
We want to go there?
Yes.
I can show you my birth certificate
Show me.
if my mom will even let me.
Is your mom even real? Do you exist? You didn't press charges with Fratboy Jesus, correct?
Okay.
So, that would only mean one thing.
Yeah.
You worked with Fratboy Jesus to break into the prison because I know Fratboy Jesus owns a Vigilante gun, which is what you were shot by, and that's also what the prison uses. So I know that you and Fratboy Jesus worked together to kill Bill Gates.
Actually, that's really good evidence, but it's not mine because I was actually in the hospital.
No,
By the time
really,
I was being
you-
resuscitated.
Excuse you, you suddenly disappeared from the hospital against medical advice.
So, I went trick-or-treating. I got that candy. That's free candy right there.
I'm seeing a couple plot holes in your story, Claire. You said originally that you went trick-or-treating and then got shot. Now you're saying you got shot and then went trick-or-treating. Which is it, Claire? Tell us what it is.
So I went trick-or-treating, I got shot, and then...
Oh, you're changing your story, aren't you?
No.
Just make sparkles. I have one more piece of damning evidence against
Bro, I
her.
literally just said I was trick-or-treating, I went to the hospital, and then I went back to trick-or-treating. It's exactly what I said to you. You
No,
just
you
can't
didn't. You said
figure
you
it
got
out.
shot and then went trick-or-treating.
You can't figure it out, Courtney
No.
Chex.
My
I can't
final piece of
believe you're
evidence.
my lawyer.
So
and
first of
you're
all,
trying to
your
grab
lovely
me.
grandfather
I
invited
can't
me to his
believe
house. It was your house. And he let me sneak around a little bit. I found a bullet with blood on it. The only bullet in this situation that's uncalled for. We have your bullet that was in you. We have the bullet that was in prison management, but we don't have Bill Gates's. It's currently being tested right now to see if it's Bill Gates's blood. And if it is, you, little missy, are never going to get out of prison for the rest of your life.
Good luck with that.
It was you.
What? The lights!
The lights are out! Ah! Is everyone okay? The lights, they're flickering back on.
What is going on with the lights?
FBI!
It's Brooklyn Princess!
Agents of Spanish Ravioli!
What is going on, you two?
We were examining your evidence. It was almost done, but the lights went on the lab.
And they're all gone!
The bullet! We were testing the bullet and everything's gone. Our materials, the bullet,
The blood?
everything's gone!
No! My court case! No!
Alright. Okay. We are gonna now leave the jury to decide what happens. So.
Guilty!
Innocent!
Guilty. Claire would never.
Innocent!
Guilty.
Guilty! Innocent! Beautiful charges! Not guilty! Not guilty!
Why are you saying this?
Not guilty! Not guilty!
She's like totally guilty.
Oh my god, she's like so innocent, you know?
Okay, the final verdict is that it's inconclusive, so Claire Sullivan can walk freely. Courtney Chex, I thought you'd do better.
Claire Sullivan, you've destroyed everything that makes me happy in life. You've destroyed my reputation as a private investigator. You've destroyed me as a reporter. I swear to you this. I will get my revenge on you, and you will rue the day. You will never wish you were born.
Good luck with that.
I think it's Claire Sullivan. She should be on my radar.
Aye.